Hello and welcome back to Jackie Burns Creations, and if you're new, I sure am happy to see you. Today we are doing an IOD collaboration. Our host today is CJ, and she's just awesome. So if you go and visit CJ first, you'll find all the playlist in there, and I think there's about 5 or 6 of us doing it. I'm not sure. But we're all very excited to be joining you, and I'm going to show you some of the products that I will be using. And if you don't know IOD, it's Iron Orchid Designs. It's a company created by 2 sisters, and they've been in business for a little while now and just produce the greatest things. So this is the first one I'm showing you. This is called Felicity. It's mold. And what's really cool about the molds is, I guess I should just open it up. Huh? I'm gonna have to open it up anyway. Oh, here I can open it up this way. I'm Jackie Burns from Jackie Burns Creations, and I welcome you all in today. If you are new, I welcome you so much, and I would appreciate it if you'd help my channel by hitting the subscribe and at least a thumbs up and a comment if you'd like. So I am doing a challenge with a great group of ladies, and it is an IOD challenge. And if you don't know what IOD is, it's Iron Orchid Designs, and it was created by 2 sisters. And I'm not sure how many years they've been in business, but I know it's for a while because I've been using these for 4 years, I think. My first one came on my first transfer came on a tube. So anyway, I want to show you what we'll be using, and I'll try to use a little bit from every one. So these are the molds. They're made of silicone, and it's a really heavy-duty silicone, really easy to flex and get the products out. They've all got, you see that little microscopic rim on there? Well, I guess it's not microscopic. And also they will tell you like how much, can you see that? How much goes in every mold. This is at 22 milligrams or 22 milliliters or 33 grams. And they've got it on each one. And like I say, this rim, I love the rim because it keeps it from overflowing. If you're using resin or if you're using clay, it helps smooth it off. So it's a great product. Love it. This one is called Felicity. This one's gonna be cool for fall. It's oak leaves and acorns. And it's called Oak Leaves and Acorns. Gee, fancy that. And it's got the same thing. It's got the rim and the amount that it tells you to use. It's a little thinner, but this is like one of the deepest they've ever made. It's pretty deep. So I'll be using some of those. I'm gonna try to use a little bit of all the products I picked up, which I'm not sure if I can because it was quite a few products. I'll set these down. And I will show you the transfers. So love these transfers. Let's see if I can find one in here. I'm not sure, but anyway, the first transfers, like I said, came in a tube, and my first ones were lemons, and I know that's got to be at least 4 years ago that I used those, because I've been moved away almost 2 years, and I know I used them a couple of years before that. Could even be 5 years. But these are the IOD transfers. These are my favorites out of all the products. They're just so fun and easy to use. They all come with a stick that helps you rub them. You place them on a whatever you're doing. You can use them as pictures, you can use them as on plates, on cups, on like enamelware, paper, any kind of wood. Some of the types of wood that I've used them on that I learned a lesson was, if you do it on a rolling pin, you gotta make sure and seal it with paint or with some kind of sealer, because a lot of rolling pins, of course, have been used, and they've been used for pie crust, and they've got oil deep in them. So these will not stick to anything oily. So it's always good to clean your surface, and if you have any doubt, seal it first. You can seal it with clear sealer, like a Mod Podge or liquid patina or anything like that. But anyway, here's some of the that one's really pretty. I love blue and white. Oh my gosh, look at how pretty these are. This one is a mini pack, and it is called Fairy Tale Florals. And it's nice because they're smaller, because a lot of times their florals are really giant. Okay, this is the new one of their florals. So many florals they do, but they've done Christmas, they've done, oh my gosh, just so many things. Animals, fish, birds, eggs, nature. My favorite one is brocante, but haven't used these yet, so we'll see. I'll turn it sideways so you can see it better. Oh, look at the size of those. Isn't that gorgeous? These big ones are really great on furniture. I've seen people do the furniture doors and drawers with them. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, I love these roses. And yes, these are expensive, but you know what? I still have some lemons from that first lemon one I used. So it takes a while to get through them. And then if there's one where you know you're gonna use it a lot, you could buy two, which I have done before. Oh, these are so gorgeous. All kinds of roses in here. Oh, look, there's some smaller ones. Okay, and it comes with, like I say, the scraper. And it is called Rose Botanical. Good name. Okay, now these two are really super special. They've never done this before. These are really brand new designs, ideas. These are gilded. They are gold, and they are gilded. And called curated signage. You can look at the back and see what they are. And what they've even done is make it so you can use it afterwards. So look at, I hope you can see how pretty that is. Oh, that'd be gorgeous on a piece of furniture. So what it is you can take it and press down on it, and it's just the words and designs that come off, and when it's left over, these are clear through where the words and things are, and you can still use this and maybe like decoupage it or something down to some other project. It's called Queen of the Nile. I got a big piece of furniture to use this on. The Finicky Fox Cafe. Oh, isn't that cute? Journal de Roses, La Fleur. Oh, that's wonderful. There's 4 of these in here. And then they've got one more that's brand new with the oh boy, that's really shiny on there, isn't it? Get this off of here and you can see it. And these are smaller. These look like a lot of labels and they look very cool. Etiquettes. Oh, I hope you can see those well. Bring them up and you can see them a little better. So you can cut these out and use them on whatever. And even if you're not using these letters around here, you can take and put those on something else. I've taken little bits and pieces from my transfers to put on different things. Like maybe you won't use that on something, but then later on you think, oh, I want to add this little touch of these cupids and these hearts, and you might add these little things, like I say, the lettering and such. Oh, look at all these, so French country. Oh, I love French country. France. Oh, look at this great big one. Oh, that's cool. And then look at all these embellishments. Oh, you could put that on the top of like a picture. Wouldn't that be gorgeous to paint white or black on a picture frame? And if it was just like a real plain picture frame, and then to put one of these on the top. Oh, that would be so pretty. Or even that. Okay, that's all of these. I haven't used these much, but I do like them. A lot of people are very scared of them, but they're not scary. They're very cool. They're called inlays. And what you do with the inlay is, and I got the blue. They had a black also. If you'd like black, you could find that. And what they're doing with their products now is they're making only limited time releases, so it's best to pick it up. So this is Delft Traditions Azure. And what you do have on these is these transfers, paint transfers. Not, don't rub them with the stick. What we do is we put it on something, and you're going to put it on wet paint. Paint transfers. You're going to put wet paint down and maybe one coat and let it dry really well. And then you're going to put another paint down, and then you are going to put down your design that you want. Oh, look at these, they're so cool. And oh, could you see that framing a picture? And then you're going to dampen it, mist it with a bottle or a cloth, and then let it dry. And after it's thoroughly dry, then you go back and you dampen it again, and then you peel it off slowly. Sometimes they come out a little rougher. It depends upon the surface, but the rougher sometimes is cool because it looks like it's aged, just like paint would on a surface. These are great on furniture and all kinds of things. I have seen that lately people are doing them with the liquid patina. Look at all these cool little ones. These little farmhouse ones. Oh, those are cute. Could you see these done on plates and then hung on the wall? And then you have to seal them afterwards. Best to seal them with like a sealer, half sealer, half water. Some people do it real quick and they smear a little bit, but they'll do it with a brush. But these are great. And I can't wait to get started on these because I just love the Delft blue, and I have a lot of Delft blue on top of my cupboards. So that will be wonderful. I'm excited for that. Okay. Now we've got the stamps. Stamps aren't always my favorite, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I have used them on fabric, and I've used them on, I don't know, all kinds of things. But this one is called Charlotte. And I guess this is Charlotte. There's her teacup, a little bit of steampunk over here, and bugs, paintbrushes, a bird. I'll flip it over and you can see what they did with Charlotte. So IOD makes their own ink, and I do like their ink quite a bit. I've used permanent ink. Can't remember the name of it right now. I've used the Tim Holtz too, and it works. So whatever you feel like. Permanent ink works the best. This one is called Garden Bouquet. And what you can do with this is use a permanent ink on it. Oh, look at that. Look at the wood they put it on. You can sand over them to make them look a little worn. Little cottage core, French country. But a lot of these things you can take and put them on something, and then you could like watercolor. I wouldn't suggest doing acrylics because it would cover up your ink, but I guess if you watered down the acrylic, it would work, which I have done before. But I love these flowers. It's great. Sunflowers, the tulip, and the roses. That's great. I love it. Now this one's great too because it's just got all this writing. And I might have to try this with my rolling pin that I've got. Look at these stamps. Ugh, love it. Look at this. Ah, so great. Right there, I could do it without having that glare. I should have taken it out, but I didn't. So here's examples that you can see that they've done with it. So join us and we'll have a great time. And I'm excited to get started. So hope you enjoy. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. It helps my channel so much, and it's free. These are all the lovely ladies who are joining in on this collab. Project number 1. I had this little terracotta pot, and maybe I painted it in the spring to use it for something, but I don't remember. Oh, I'm old. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So, I'm going to use some of the new IOD fairy garden molds. A lot of flowers, a lot of cute flowers, and I even found a butterfly. And I am going to decorate this cute little pot. And it is painted with a DIY aviary, which is a beautiful green. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I could paint everything in it, but not everybody's that fond of green. So anyway, what you do is you take that cool rubbing stick they've got. That's the best rubbing stick out of anybody I've seen. And you rub down on your transfer. Give it a little firmness. And when you think it's laying down, you see kind of an opaque look. You lift one corner and it starts doing the wave, where it just lays down really easy. It just all kind of pulls down. And if you see a spot that is gone, lay it back down and do it again. It works great. So, and then you take your carrier sheet and you give it a little burnish. And if you're wondering about this cradle, I bought this off at Scrappy Rustics, and it is so handy, especially when you got something round or a bottle or something like that. It's just perfect. So now I am taking the DIY sealer and putting it on. And here's project number 2. I had these plates that I painted last winter. I was going to put one of the wildlife Christmas ones on it, and then I didn't get around to it, and I saw these new blue paint inlays, and I thought, oh my gosh, that'll be so perfect. I have all kinds of blue and white ware, Delft and things up on my kitchen cupboard. And this goes to a tier tray. Not quite sure where the metal part is, but I'll find it. So anyway, you put the paint down, and paint it good, let it dry, and then you put more paint down, and you are going to lay down your inlay. Pressing it down very nicely, and then you take and get it damp. I sprayed it with a mister, and now I'm just patting it with a moist cloth. I saw somebody spray the part that's supposed to go down in the paint first, so I'll have to try that. Why I'm showing you this is because I messed up big time. I laid it down the wrong way. So I hopefully picked it up and flipped it over. It's lighter on the back and brighter on the front, and I don't know what I was thinking. I probably wasn't. And I put it down the wrong way. So don't do what I did. I think it's good to show you that we make mistakes too. I've been crafting my whole life. Project number 3. Yeah, and we still all make mistakes. This is a frame I got at Dollar Tree for $1.25. They're just simple, but they sure can be pretty when you paint them. I like the shape of it. And it's got a little stick that helps make it stand up. So I thought black would be so pretty with the gold on top of it. And these gold sheets, transfer sheets, are new. This is a new thing for them to do. And this one's really cool because it's got a lot of smaller things that you can put on. I have a tendency to do more small items. I don't really have room for any big furniture in my house since I downsized. And I found these cute medallions with these faces on them. And you just peel off the carrier sheet and then start rubbing. And I noticed I was a little worried because everybody said it's different. Well, it is a little different, but I thought it was very easy. I noticed that you can see it looks really more, not solid, but more glittery when it's laid down. And so I put down this little wreath thing across the top, and had a brain fart there. And then I put down things on the other parts of it, and I put down the words. So like if you have some words or something when you're doing a project for the IOD, don't throw it away. Save them. Save every little bitty thing, even if it's a leaf. And you never know. You can look in your bag of goodies, and I have found so many things that go, oh, that works perfect. And I'm just using some golden rule, patina on the side, painting some molds, and painted that piece of wood, and it's all done. Project number 4. Here's some more molds, and they are oak leaves and acorns. I painted it black. Well, I glued those down, let it dry overnight, painted it black, and now I am using the white wax from DIY. This is a very DIY IOD. But I just love all the products. They've even gone in collab to do a paint inlay last year, which was absolutely gorgeous. I should look for some furniture and redo it and then sell it with some of those beautiful large transfers they have. And I'll admit, transfers are my favorite. I like the molds, and I like the inlays. Stamps I have a little hard time with, and I didn't do any stamps on this video, but the stamps are beautiful. I just need to use them more, and I'll get more used to it. I have used them, but they just make me more nervous. People say the paint inlays make them nervous, but they don't bother me. They're pretty cool, if you put them on the right way. Remember my story that I'm sticking to it. I've probably always been this way. It's just an excuse now. And there's that one. I did a little gold on top of it. That's called Golden Rule, by the way. Project number 4. I am using Aluminite Amazing Casting Resin. This is a fast processing resin where most you have to leave them overnight or for a few days. This does it within minutes, and it's great with these molds. So there's these beautiful roses, and it's a little different mold than they've had before. It's thicker, it's deep. So I am taking an ounce and another ounce of A bottle. I always put A in first, and then you get your B, and you're going to use an equal amount. Pour it in. And with this casting resin, you have to really work fast. You stir it until it looks clear, or mostly clear. It gets that cloudy look away from it. And if you don't, it'll harden right up on you in the container that you use it. And when you're using clay, and IOD sells their clay, you have to prime it first with some cornstarch, and that will help it pop out easier. With the resin, you don't have to, because it's silicone, and the silicone mold will help it come out. So that's what it looks like when it's all done. And if you take it out right away, you can mold it. It's warm. It's warm when it processes, and you can mold it to whatever you want to, but you got to work fast because this sets up hard really quick. I've heard that you can stick it in the microwave for a minute and get it softer. I haven't tried it. Some people say they use a heat gun and get it softer. I haven't tried that either, but anyway, you see the oak leaves there. I was thinking I was going to use them, but they were a little too hard by the time I got to doing it. See how I can bend that? If I'd have waited a little bit longer, it would be a straight, hard piece. And I'm going to let it sit up just like that on the head. And then I will use a little bit of Gorilla Glue, the wood glue, and a little bit of hot glue. Having problems with my glue gun right now. I have this one that's cordless, and I just love it, but I'm having problems with the batteries. They're running out of juice, so I need to get some new ones. So what I did was use some painter's tape and taped it down, because when I put it on, it just went sliding right off. But the painter's tape worked well, and I really had to let it sit overnight to get it glued down and to stay. And I hate waiting. I want to, when I'm working on something like this, I want to rush it, but I had to be patient. It took me about 3 or 4 days to make this. So did I mention I got the head at Michael's? And I swear I've seen this someplace before, and I don't remember where. Remember, I'm old. And I just thought that these roses would look so good on this head, and they do. And I didn't worry about the glue because I knew when I'd paint it, it would cover it up. Now watch this one. I poured this. Watch it. Look at how it just changes in front of your eyes. It goes really fast. Like I say, it's really warm. It's cool. So you just, when it's ready, it is mostly set up, you can just do a little flexing of the molds and it will pop right out. But I just love these roses and that oak leaf. I think they're so pretty. I'll be using them on a lot of things. Okay, this is an IOD gray. I can't remember what the color was, gray barn or something like that. That's not an IOD, that's a DIY paint. And I'm using salt wash. I love salt wash. I've been using that for a while now too. I heard about it from Jamie Ray Vintage, and she's the one I usually get all my IODs and paints from. She's in Lehigh, Utah. You should look her up. She's awesome. Her and her husband run this shop, this business, and they make over everything. They go shopping every week for supplies. And they hit the thrift stores, which I love. And there's one in Utah. I used to live in Utah. It's called DI, Desert Industries. Their prices have not gone the Goodwill way. They've stayed cheap. And that one I did with the oak leaves, that's the one I got the whole box of frames, and they're smaller frames, at an estate sale. Okay, so I mix the gray and the salt wash. And this has got a pretty good time that you can use it. When it hardens up, though, it hardens up. That salt wash is like cement. I don't know exactly what it's made of, but it's pretty cool. I did it on this mat, and I don't think I'm going to get the mat clean. Duh. Dummy. And I have some silicone mats. When I get doing projects, though, that's all I'm thinking about is doing that. So I'm just got a slanted brush that's a little more pointed on the one side, and I'm trying to get in all the little nooks and crannies. Of course, I guess you can tell I'm trying to give it a cement look. Here's our final reveal.